What's up everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my January TBR and I am really super excited. I feel like I have such great books for this year. Like in 2020, I am just already so excited for all of my reading goals and just all of the books that I have to read because I was gifted with so many amazing books from my book club during Christmas time and I just cannot wait to like start reading all of these. So I have, I think 9 books actually on this list for my TBR, and actually I already read one. I already finished a book. I finished You Were There Too by Colleen Oakley, so I just wanted to like put that on here as like that was part of my TBR even though I just got to filming, and so I did finish that one, so you will see my like review and everything at the end of January, obviously in my wrap up. But I have 9 books to talk about today, so let's just go ahead and get into this video. So I'm gonna just go in the order that I have written down just because I have certain things to talk about for some of the books. And so my live show that I'm doing for this month is actually with Emily from A Little Writer M, and that's going to be on January 29th at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on my channel. If you don't know, I'm doing a monthly live show called Booktubers and Brews, and so I'm asking a new booktuber to come onto my channel every single month and we read and discuss a book that we picked together. So if you want to like be in that live show and understand what we're talking about and not be spoiled by the book, then you might want to go ahead and read this book throughout the month of January to get prepared. And so the book that we're going to be reading is Say You Still Love Me by K.A. Tucker, and I'm actually kind of nervous about reading this one. Like I had it on my shelf obviously, and then when Emily and I were talking about like what book to read, I wanted to do a romance just because the other live shows that I've been doing have been just with thrillers, and the Booktubers and Brews live show that I'm doing here on my channel, I just wanted to include everything that I read. So it could be thriller, romance, dystopian, whatever it is. And so I really just wanted to kind of like have something a little bit different on my channel for the beginning of the 2020. So really not sure if I'm going to like this book because I don't like hate to love romances, and I ended up DNFing The Simple Wild in 2019. So I'm really nervous about this one. This is about a girl named Piper, I think, and she runs into her schoolgirl crush who is like pretty distant, I guess, and moody, and so it's just gonna be like the romance between them. And so I'm really hoping that this doesn't have a lot of hate to love in it. I really hope that the guy isn't moody for too long because I don't know, I just don't like romances like that. It really just doesn't do it for me. I'd rather have a more emotional read instead of just like a guy that's an asshole. But hopefully I end up liking this, or even if I don't, at least it'll have some type of good conversation for the live show. So if you want to join that live show, remember it's here on my channel. It'll just be a live video that pops up that you can click on the 29th of January at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I know it's early, but Emily lives in the UK, so I wanted to make sure it wasn't going to be too late for her. So I am really excited because Emily and I get along really, really well, so I feel like it's just going to be a great live show. And don't forget, because of the brews part, I'm going to be drinking my like current favorite tea or coffee at the moment. So make sure that you're drinking something so that way you can talk to us about it, because I want to get some really good like tea and coffee recommendations this year and try out a bunch of things that you guys enjoy. So that's why it's called Booktubers and Brews. The next couple books I'm reading are because of the goals that I made in 2020. I will link that up here for you guys so you can go check out that video. But if you don't know, I am going to try and keep up with all of my arcs here in 2020. So the next book that I have on my list is an arc that comes out January 7th. And I also have this on NetGalley, but my friend Heather over at the Linden Bookie had sent me a copy that she had gotten. So it's The God Game by Danny Toby, and I'm actually really excited to read this because I just haven't been reading as many like sci-fi dystopians as I used to. Did I read a lot? I don't know if I used to read a lot, but I do like this genre, and I feel like over this last year I kind of just read like thrillers and romances. I didn't branch out too far, so I'm really, really excited to read this. This is about like a virtual reality video game type of thing where they actually are trying to like win. So there's like winners and losers, and I don't know exactly like why you would want to win. I don't know, but it says that this mysterious AI that believes it's God, that's why it's called The God Game. So I'm really excited about this. I only like read the first couple pages, so I don't know much about it. I don't know how I'm feeling about it yet, but I really need to read this by January 7th. That's probably not gonna happen by January 7th, but at least reading this in January because I need to get my ARCs read. The next ARC that I have to read, and this is actually just on NetGalley, so I don't have a physical copy, is The Wife and the Widow, and this is gonna be published January 21st. And so all I know is that this is a thriller that's like based on a wintry island, and it's about two ladies. One is the wife and one is the widow, and there's a bunch of secrets. And so I don't know, that just like really made me want to read this book because I like domestic thrillers like that with secrets and stuff, and the whole wintry island I thought would be perfect to read in January. I've never read a book by this author before, so I hope I like the writing style, but I definitely am going to try and read this probably closer to the publishing date just because I have a lot of buddy reads I'm trying to read right now, but I hopefully can get this done in January since it's kind of a priority for me to get my ARCs read before any of my other books that I get read. So again, with my NetGalley goals, I wanted to tell you guys just how many like books I have on NetGalley and my current percentage. I ended up participating in an ARC readathon at the end of December, which was really great because I bumped up my percentage a little bit. I think I was at 36%, but here I wanted to like shout it out of my 2020, like at the beginning of 2020, how many books I have to read on NetGalley currently and what my percentage is currently, because I really want to, one of my goals is like to get to, at least once, to get to 100%. I just want to see that and like screenshot it just once in 2020. It would be awesome to do that. And so right now I'm at 42% and I have 26 unread books on NetGalley. I really need to get a lot of those read because a lot of them are backlist titles. So one of my goals is that every single month I have to pick 2 of my backlist NetGalley titles to read. And so like no matter how many other books I want to read in the month, I have to read all of my ARCs before they're due or like in the month that they're due, and I have to read 2 backlist NetGalley reads. So the ones that I chose for this month are Mother Knows Best and Reputation. And both of these I do have physical copies of because they were already published, and this one I got at the library, obviously. This one's actually kind of short, and then my friend Heather had sent me this one for Christmas, so I'm really glad that I have the physical copy of that one. But this is mostly a thriller. I think it does have a sci-fi element in it, and I think it's about these people that kind of like dabbling with the genetics of children. I think it's these people that couldn't get pregnant, so they like dabbled with the genetics or something like that. I don't know. So it says Claire Abrams' dreams became a nightmare when she passed on a genetic mutation that killed her little boy. Now she wants a second chance to be a mother and finds it in Robert Nash, a maverick fertility doctor who works under the radar with Jillian Hendricks. Ooh, okay, so these people, they create the world's first baby with 3 genetic parents who like will not get any diseases, and like nothing will go wrong with like that because he has like the perfect genetics. That's kind of creepy. I'm really excited to read this one, so definitely going to read this, and then that way I can like fill out my actual feedback on NetGalley. And then for Reputation, I really love Pretty Little Liars. It's one of my all-time favorite like TV show series. I've seen every single episode. I never ended up reading the books because they were just too juvenile for me once I realized that Pretty Little Liars was something I loved, but this is by the same author, and so I'm really excited. This is about like a prestigious institution where a bunch of these like scandals are coming out, and so I love that type of thing. It kind of sounds Pretty Little Liar-ish to me, if that's even, I don't know if that even made sense to you guys. Now I have to talk about some buddy reads that I have. I have an online book club, and I have a whole video talking about it and everything we do because we do so many things. I will link it up there for you guys if you want to check it out. I am participating in three buddy reads. One of them I am actually hosting as a buddy read, but then the other ones are just ones that I kind of like jumped into, and so I'm really hoping that I can keep up with all of these. First one I want to talk about is actually the book I'm going to be reading for my next spoilery vlog. I hate that I have to say that all the time because I am terrible at saying it. The vlog that I will be filming with spoilers for the month of, I don't know, I need to get ahead of myself here, but it's going to be All the Ugly and Wonderful Things. If you don't know, if you didn't watch my goals video, I am doing one vlog every single month where I read a book that I want to read and I film all of my thoughts about it. It's filled with spoilers because on BookTube, I feel like not a lot of people actually film books and talk about the actual spoilers. I feel like we're always just like coasting on the edge of all the books because no one wants to accidentally give anything out. So that is my priority in 2020. I really have been wanting to find books and videos where like can actually talk about the book. Like, who doesn't want to talk about the book? So if you guys want to watch my vlog, this is the book that you guys should read, so that way you can watch that vlog. I already put out a couple other like spoilery vlogs. Gosh, I'm terrible at that word. I will have the playlist linked up above for you guys, so that way you can see. I did one on Eleanor and Gray by Brittany C. Cherry. I also did one on The Wives by Taryn Fisher. I have one coming out for How to Walk Away by Catherine Center, and then this is going to be the next one. So you definitely want to read these ahead of time. I'm trying to let you guys know ahead of time before they come out, so you do have the option to read it, so that way you're not spoiled. But love these types of vlogs because I can just say everything that I want to say. I can tell you why I loved it. I can tell you why I hated it. Just love it so much. So this book, what is this book about? All I know is that this book is about like an 8-year-old and an adult that fall in love. It's very taboo. It's very like controversial, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to pick this for the vlog to put spoilers in. But I'm also buddy reading it with my friends. So really excited about this. I do know that this is a very young girl and an older guy, but I do think that it's over the span of years. So it's not as taboo as it sounds like, but it's still pretty taboo. So I'm actually really excited because if you guys know me, like you obviously know I love reading like super dark thrillers. I love reading messed up books. So, you know, sorry, I'm weird. Speaking of messed up books, I'm also buddy reading I'll Be Gone in the Dark, and this is a nonfiction book about the Golden State Killer, and that's all I really know about it. I know that it's very, well, I don't know if it's graphic, but I know that there are lots of trigger warnings in this one. So some people were gonna do the buddy read with us, and then they decided that they just couldn't handle it. I'm really excited to read this. I actually probably will listen to this on the audio for scribd while I'm going to work, because I feel like a nonfiction book will just be easy to listen to. I don't know, maybe, I don't know. But I also will probably be obsessed with this when I'm done, and I probably will want to watch documentaries. So I'm really, really excited about this one. There's nothing really else to say. I've just heard really good things about it, and I mean, what else can I say? Ooh, there's pictures in here. That's really cool. That's pretty awesome. Oh, a newspaper articles? I don't know, this looks like it's gonna be really cool. I really loved watching that Ted Bundy movie, so I feel like this is gonna be like the same. I don't know, seems pretty creepy, so really excited about that one. Okay, I have one more buddy read and then one other book to talk about. So the other buddy read that I'm gonna be reading is also the last book that I have to read for my 5-star prediction video. Last but not least is the only romance I have on here, and it's an ebook copy that I have, and it's The Deal by L. Kennedy. So this is The Deal, and I know it's a series, but I just feel like I'm probably only gonna read the first one because I'm terrible with series, and this is like a college campus romance. That's all I really know about it. I don't know, I have to read it like on my ebook because that's the only way for me to get it, and so I am currently, well, I like read like the first couple pages. That's all I've read so far, but I have no clue if I'm gonna read it. I have no clue if it's gonna be a 5-star now because I don't know. I'm really particular with romances, you guys. Last book that I want to talk about, and I'm really hoping to get to it. We are doing a 48-hour Taylor Jenkins readathon here in my book club in January, and that is going to be running from the 18th to the 19th. And so I've read almost all of Taylor Jenkins Reid's books because I found her as an author in 2019, and she quickly became one of my favorite authors. There is only 2 books that I haven't read by her, and one of them is Forever Interrupted, which my friend Ashley sent to me. Well, actually a lot of these books were sent to me by my friends, and so I didn't get to name everybody, but I'm really thankful for all of the books you guys sent me. But this one my friend Ashley sent me, and so I am really, really excited. The only other book I haven't read by Taylor Jenkins Reid is The Evidence of the Affair, which is a novella, I think. And so I do want to read that this year, probably later on, so that way I can like keep up with all the new books that she comes out with. I'm going to try and read this for the readathon. I have so many books on my plate for this month just because of all the buddy reads, and so I'm really wanting to participate in that readathon and read this book because I've heard it's amazing. I feel like I am going to love this, and I would really like to read The Deal so that way I can finish that 5-star prediction video and make a new one, because I would definitely put this in a 5-star prediction video. So hopefully I can get all this stuff done. What is this about again? I think this is about like a couple gets married, but they like haven't been married like super long, or I think it's almost like myself and my husband, like we got married, we met and married within 6 months. So I think that happens to them, and then Oh, it says they got married, they eloped, and then 9 days later, the husband is riding his bike and gets hit by a truck and killed. And so that just like, oh my gosh, I just feel like it's gonna be so emotional. I've loved so many of Taylor Jenkins Reid's like actual like contemporary romance books. And so I'm here for this. I'm really excited. I think I'm going to love it. I can't wait to talk about this one. I almost should film a vlog with spoilers for this one too. There's like too many books. Maybe I should just give up on all the regular booktube videos and just read all the books and film reading vlogs with spoilers for every single book that I've ever read, ever. Anyway, so that is it. That is all of the 9-ish books that I'm going to be reading, hopefully, in January. Obviously, I do have to stick to some of them, like the NetGalley reads and the ARCs. The other ones, I'm just really hoping to get to. So I hope that I can keep up with all that because I'm going back to work in a couple days. That is all for this video. Definitely let me know down in the comments, like if you guys have read any of these books, how you liked them, what's your TBR for January, and I will see you guys soon in another video. Bye, everyone.